we know that the economy needs immigrants because they need people to work. But at the same time, we see all these ruling class and elites fighting immigration and building a political discourse against immigration. So do you think they are fighting against their own interests, or they just want really cheap labor based on irregular immigration and exploited immigrants?
In the UK, we have this quite interesting situation where we had our right-wing party, the Conservatives, in power for 14 years. They took a narrative position of we are anti-immigration, and yet they took a policy position of massively increasing immigration. I'm not an expert on immigration. I never really wanted to speak about immigration. But I started to see a couple of years ago this growing voice in the comments: the problem is not inequality, the problem is immigration. And if you think about it, if what you wanted to do was prevent yourself from being taxed by create a hatred of immigrants, the smart thing to do is to take a narrative position of being anti-immigration and to really increase immigration. That is the most effective way to make people hate immigrants. And then you see Elon Musk come in and start funding all these anti-immigrant parties, whilst also saying he wants more immigrants for his company. So I think really what you're seeing is, it works for the rich. And what is very clear from my work is hatred of immigrants is becoming the number one element of the debate, which is preventing the rich from being taxed. And listen, if people want lower immigration, I think they have every right to ask for that, and that's a discussion we can have. But if what we have is ordinary people who are losing their homes, fighting against taxation of the rich because they hate immigrants, then they will lose their homes.